Let's go across to the guests joining us. Gopal Krishna Agarwal is from the BJP. Neeraj Mishra of the Congress Party is also joining us. I'm joined by N18V of the I.N.D.I.A Party. Anirban Banerjee is a political analyst, leans towards the TMC, and Arun Anand is columnist and political analyst. Let me begin with the Congress and the I.N.D.I.A Party first. Neeraj Mishra, you may have papered over the cracks, but the reality is that the Delhi unit of the I.N.D.I.A Party and the Delhi unit of the Congress don't really see eye to eye. I don't know why either party will, give up any space at all. The Congress, as Alka Lamba very rightly said, I'm sure she's landed in some trouble because of saying these things ahead of time. जो दिल्ली में राज करता है, उसका अलग ही दबदबा होता है. So even if you may paper over these cracks, the reality is still out in the public, no?
So Shivani, I'm actually very amused that how the corporate backed and government ad-sponsored media is trying to make an issue out of a non-issue. What Alka Lamba or Anil Chaudhary or Mr. Babaria said is actually true. A political party, when meets and discusses how the state unit is functioning, will it not tell its people that you be ready for elections?
Okay, can I come in?
The organization, yeah, please.
So two things. One, the media wouldn't make much of Alka Lamba's statements had the I.N.D.I.A Party not reacted the way they did, and I.N.D.I.A Party is your alliance member as far as this national bloc is concerned. Secondly, again, we wouldn't have made much of what Alka Lamba said. Surely you can be prepared to fight on all 7 seats before you decide on your seat sharing. But your own party leaders then came out and said, we didn't discuss this.
Right. So Shivani, going by your logic, just tell me, how many debates did CNN do on what Subramaniam Swamy has been saying for last 4 years about the Prime Minister? Subramaniam Swamy, who's a BJP leader, openly says that Prime Minister Modi is the most incompetent Prime Minister this country has seen. He has zero contribution to whatever development is happening in India.
Are you comparing Mr. Subramaniam Swamy's relationship with his party to your relationship with Aam Party? Then it is doomed.
I'll give you one more example.
Okay.
Just ask the BJP spokesperson, Ramdas Athavale, who is a member of the N.D.I.A alliance and a minister in the government. He openly said outside the parliament that the ruckus about this Seema Haider thing, he said his party is going to give a ticket to that person. What happened to the CAA agenda which the BJP was pushing, that nobody from Pakistan will get a citizenship? And now their alliance partner is saying that they will give a ticket
they never
to
said that nobody from Pakistan will get citizenship. That factual correction aside, let me go across to Gopal Yadav. Let me go across to Gopal Agarwal. Much ado about nothing. The India bloc is still working with the same vision. Their party leaders have come out and clarified. A spokesperson may have said, another may have threatened, we will not join the alliance meeting next time around, but it doesn't mean much. That's what the Congress is saying.
Internal discrepancy and differences within the party, particularly Congress, is very much visible to all. what Sandeep Dixit had been talking about. It is not that what Alka Lamba said or what Kakkar AAP spokesperson said. It is the differences within. They are very obvious and everybody can see those differences. It is an alliance opposition. They are just coming for facilitating, protecting their misdeeds that they have been done. There is no leadership, no vision, no ideology, no agenda. So these kind of alliance have no long-term impact or effect.
I'll come back to you. Mr. Agarwal, I'll come back to you, but you raised a good point. Let me give Mr. Mishra of the Congress Party another opportunity to respond to that. Then I'll go to N18V as well. Neeraj, he makes a good point. Look at the internal contradictions. Forget how AAP reacted to your statement. Look at your internal contradictions both in Delhi and Punjab. Can you deny them? Your party leaders are uncomfortable with alliance with the I.N.D.I.A Party.
Shivani, so what the BJP is trying to do and what the media is also facilitating is micro-analysis of the alliance. You take into consideration the macro picture. Shivani, just take into consideration the macro picture.
Yes.
What is happening is this country. Any voice of dissent which is against Mr. Modi or his government, he is threatened by the agencies. He is threatened by the political tools which the government has. And then when all the parties who decide that India needs a collective leadership which is responsible for taking India forward, then the BJP's and its agenda just melts down.
Okay,
The only
fair
thing
enough.
which is
I
happening
get
after
your
the
point,
polls-
but it still does not explain my fundamental question that I'm arguing today is how are you actually going to come to the nitty-gritty of seat sharing when this goes on? Remember, this has happened in West Bengal. There are differences. This will play out in Kerala. It's playing out right now in Maharashtra. There is uncomfortableness within the MVA. But let me bring in Nitin Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi Party
Shivani,
as well.
Just
Can I just
one
briefly
fact
say
I would like to
something?
Okay,
say
both of
from
you
the
finish your
record.
point. Neeraj first, then Gopal Krishna.
So, Shivani, I'll just give you an example of 2004 what happened.
Yes.
We had a pre-poll alliance with a lot of parties. But when in Kerala, we did not make an alliance with the left, when we got the numbers and then a post-poll alliance was set up. So a party like Congress, which has its presence from Attak to Cuttack and from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you will have these kind of differences. But the larger picture is that the nation needs to be taken forward. For last
Fair
9
enough.
years,
I take
it
your
has
point.
stagnated.
Neeraj, I take your point. Of course, you've come together for a larger vision, but you must accept that yes, seat sharing is going to be a sticking point. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, please finish your point, then I'll go to Nitin Tyagi.
The thing is, it is the sheet sharing is one issue. The issue is when they are talking about vision. What is the vision? At one time, they are fighting with the Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, and then saying that they are together in Delhi. Their state unit is fighting. The problem is that in the Telangana, they will fight with BRS and then say that we are together in the national level. Is it possible? Without vision, without the issues, and then finally, is the issue is that they are saying that BJP is amplifying their differences.
Yes.
We are not amplifying. We are just discussing those problems. And if the Congress, which calls itself a national opposition party, I'm just asking one question: is Congress ready to act as a second fiddle to all
others,
the regional
yes.
parties?
That's going to be
if they are
the
ready, okay, then it's fine. If they are
No,
not
that's going to
ready,
be the
then
existential
problem
question
comes.
for the Congress party. And certainly in states like Delhi, Punjab, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, it is in no position to play the big brother
Telangana.
anymore. In other states as well, but I'm just naming the ones where there are clear sticking points with other regional alliance partners. Nitin Tyagi, did the AAP also overreact to what the Congress spokesperson say, immediately coming out and almost issuing ultimatums? People are wondering, why are you getting into issuing ultimatums every week to your alliance partner like the Congress party? Why don't you discuss this behind closed doors? For the Delhi Services Bill, you issued an ultimatum. For this yesterday, your party leaders almost issued an ultimatum.
The number of words that you have used in asking a question are not even the number, I mean, they're beyond what actually the Congress spokesperson said at that time. So let me put forth something very clearly to you. Whatever happened yesterday was yesterday. It has happened, it has been clarified, and the alliance stands as strong as ever. And I do know for a fact that BJP and many of its stooges in the media are actually trying very hard to show that there are some problems with the alliance. There's no problem with the alliance. And what we have come out and joined hands for, that is to get this country rid of a leader like Narendra Modi, who is frightened to face what is happening in Manipur, who's frightened to face the China, who's frightened. I mean, he's so frightened right now. Anybody, any voice of dissent, any question that is asked of his government, it is named as anti-national, which is very sad for this democratic country. We have joined hands to save the democracy of this country. We have joined hands to save the constitution of this country and to take this country forward. We want to look towards the future.
So can I
what
ask
BJP
you?
is doing, they are making everybody look at the past. But we want to look at the future. We want this country to go
Fair enough.
beyond
Gopal
the dreams
Krishna
that
Agarwal
we
wants
have
to
set.
respond to you, but I have a supplementary question for you. Are you going to tell me that you are going to be able to give 2 out of the 7 seats to the Congress to fight in the national capital?
We all are going to fight these national elections, these elections forthcoming Lok Sabha polls together, and whatever seat sharing happens, we all are going to put our more than 100% whether it is Congress, whether it is Aam Party or any of the alliance partners here, we are going to put in our 100% efforts in whatever the party decides.
Nitin Tyagi, my other question is, wouldn't you at least concede that some of the statements that come in from, let's say, Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal, that you leave West Bengal to me, you figure out the rest, from the Aam Aadmi Party yesterday, they do irk you. And
I think all of the alliance partners are happy that she is extremely confident that absolutely. See, listen. I think all the alliance partners are extremely happy on the situation that we have in West Bengal, where BJP actually won 18 seats last time, and this time they won't even win 2 seats out of that. The main poster boy, all their poster boys have left Bharatiya Janata Party. Now people of Bengal actually know who was after all those riots that were happening.
Okay,
because anywhere BJP goes or they want to go, where they start with riots only. This is the modus operandi of Bharatiya Janata Party.
You please fight all of these issues as far as the BJP is concerned. But it does not take away, no matter how
you are not asking what is happening with BJP.
That's another debate
I'm asking you what is happening with
I can't
BJP.
mix that with this.
Why are they frightened? They're not talking about themselves. They're not talking about their own alliances. They're talking about our alliances. They're more worried about what's happening with India. They're just not worried about what's happening with N.D.A.
Actually, but Nitin, I don't understand.
Do not care about their alliances.
How do you blame someone else when your party leaders came out and gave media bites? When the Congress leaders came out and gave media bites, I am not making
media
this up.
Like what?
Your spokesperson Priyanka Kakkar, Dilip Pandey both said that the Congress is not serious about an alliance.
I think just because you responded late, you could not hold a debate on that issue, and before that it was sorted out. There's nothing to answer on that.
These issues have been cropping up since the first India-Alliance meet. Is it sorted out? That is a relevant question to ask. That is a very, very relevant, pertinent question to ask. Okay, so you answered that question. Let me go to Anirban Banerjee also. Anirban Banerjee, the thing for the India Alliance is that this is likely to play out in Punjab. This is likely to play out in West Bengal. It could play out in Maharashtra. It could play out in Kerala and many other states. Is this going to be the toughest issue for the India bloc to overcome? Because all of the competing alliances, all of the alliance partners also have competing issues.
See, the 26 parties that have come together for this alliance, I would say they have more than 26 contradictions with each other. They are different parties after all, for a reason. There are many contradictions, the seat sharing issue being one of them. But the 24 elections will be fought by India, for India, and for the people of India. It will be India versus the BJP. It is not going to be single parties like TMC or the Congress or the AAP, RJD, JDU, etc. It's going to be India versus BJP, India versus Modi. Therefore, all the discrepancies, all the contradictions, everything is going to get ironed out because the party leaders have come together for a much greater cause than simple winning seats. This is not just about winning seats. This is about preserving the soul and the heart of the idea.
Fair enough, but this is politics, Anirban. At the end of the day, each party would like to come up trumps even within this alliance. Because fundamentally, who has greater sway? Let's say you succeed in your mission. Who has greater sway and say will also be determined by who wins how many seats, no?
Yes, of course. But first of all, you have to win the elections so that India wins. That is important. And by India, I mean our country. The alliance has to win so that India wins. So therefore, whether Congress gets 100 seats or 200 seats, the TNC gets 40 seats, 50 seats. These are a matter of numbers. Of course, these are very important. But at the end of the day, we have to defeat the BJP. That is the motto. That is the goal of India.
But in West Bengal, Congress leader recently made a statement that they are not going to give an inch to the TMC. They don't want to align with the TMC. TMC leader Mamata Banerjee says, please leave West Bengal to me. The Congress shouldn't interfere here. And that's a message for the left also. So there are feasible problems, right?
Of course, there are problems. As I said, as I admitted beforehand, there are many problems, many contradictions. Nobody is going to deny that these parties, say in West Bengal, the Congress had been fighting the left for more than 30-40 years. But they allied in the state to fight against the TMC. But they did not succeed. That is a different issue. But the TMC has fought the left for more than, since its inception. That's more than 20 years almost. But when it comes to the cause of our country, I
Okay,
hope
fair enough.
that
You're
justice
saying the
leaders-
cause is going to paper over all other competing ambitions and also any conflicting issues as far as seat sharing is concerned. Arun Anand is joining us. Arun, there are 2 points of view. One is which suggests that these alliance partners are really doomed to fail the same way it was doomed to fail in 2019 or before that, and they're making virtually the same mistakes. Another point of view is that actually if you look at it, this time the effort is more organized. Even if there are issues that come up in the media domain or in the public sphere, they are sorted out quickly. Somebody is there to douse the fire. So that suggests that the overall motive and the motivation continues to be strong.
I think I just want to make a few quick points. No, it's the contradiction is visible. You have discussed West Bengal, you have discussed Delhi, but in Maharashtra also, the Congress leaders have made statements, Ashok Chavan and Prithviraj
Yes.
Chavan, that Sharad Pawar, who is a pillar of this opposition alliance, that he should make his stand clear. He has met Ajit Pawar already 5 times
Yes.
over the last few days, and they have been on record in terms of saying. Also, Uddhav Thackeray's party has also said this. Then in Bihar, something interesting happened that Nitish Kumar, he spoke on 15th of August in a function where Tejasvi Yadav and Lalu Yadav was present. And what he said that before 2006, when he came to power, the state had gone, the state was in a very bad shape. There was the state was ruled by the Lalu Yadav and his party. Apart from that, in Punjab also, we have seen, the Punjab Congress leaders have also gone on the record in the past that they are going to contest,
Yes.
all the seats. Now, the problem is why all these contradictions are coming out, from where they are originating. They are originating because there is a lack of ideological framework within which can bind all these parties together. The only framework which they have right now is not saying whether it is right or wrong, that is to remove Narendra Modi from the post of Prime Minister or to defeat Narendra Modi. Now that can be an outcome of a ideological framework, but that cannot be an ideological framework. So these contradictions are going to become more starker. And one last point, the votes are not transferable anymore as it used to happen 10 or 20 years earlier. We have seen that in case of SAT BSP alliance, SP BSP alliance, Congress SP alliance. Earlier the partners, and one quick last point I want to make, it's ironical that people who are accusing basically the current government of high-handedness, anybody in media who questions them, and they are branded as stooges of the Modi government. So I think there couldn't be more irony than this.
Well, I thought it's best to just leave that aside. Sometimes you just have to take these jibes on the chin and move on. Let me give Neeraj and Gopal Krishna Yadav a final comment as well. So Neeraj, the point that is being made is that ideologically, if you look at it, as Anirban also alluded to, you're all different parties for a reason with competing interests in the same state sometimes. So actually, ideologically, you have no cohesion. And this business or this motive of removing Narendra Modi and BJP to quote save India is not enough. That's what some believe.
Our ideology is that this government, the current government, is a failure when it comes to Manipur. The current government is a failure when it comes to unemployment. The current government is a failure when it comes to inflation. And the current government is a failure when it comes to the issues of China which we are facing. So this is the complete basis of our ideology. We, the India Alliance, is working for a nation which is forward-looking, which is going to learn from the mistakes this government has done in last 9 years, and we will ensure that it is not repeated. We'll give China the answer it requires. We will give the offenders of Manipur the answer it requires. We will be heads-on when it comes to issues of inflation. We will be hands-on when it comes to the issues of unemployment.
Okay, all right.
So the complete ideology is there. Only one thing. Just tell me one thing. What is the ideology of Ajit Pawar, who is now a deputy chief minister in N.D.A.'s government? Just tell me, what is the ideological plank in which Modi ji and Ajit Pawar have come together?
Enough. That certainly blunts the attack of the BJP on the opposition parties coming together for electoral goal, because the BJP has also done that blatantly in Maharashtra. Gopal, Krishna Agarwal, you can respond to that, but also to the question that just because Modi versus all failed in the past does not mean it is doomed again. Now it is 10 years of incumbency for the Modi government. You can say you don't face anti-incumbency, you face pro-incumbency. Fair enough. But just because it didn't work in the past doesn't mean it will not work now.
So, Shivani, I just want to say one thing, that we are not complacently sitting that as we have won the 2 elections, the third will all come our way. If you see how the BJP is working on the ground, you will see the marked difference. The way every party member, every minister, every office bearer, and from the top to the
every agency is working for BJP over time, like ED, like CBI, like income tax, like police. Everybody is working so hard for BJP. BJP is not complicit at all. They are attacking the opposition left, right, and center.
Okay, I'll come to you. Let him finish,
please.
No, I am just adding on to you the seriousness of the elections for the BJP. I'm just adding on to it.
I understand your frustration.
I'm adding on to it. The ED is in full swing. The CBI is in full swing. The income tax department is in full swing.
Okay, Nitin, please appreciate.
Absolutely, this is what is happening in India right now.
Let everybody have their say. Let him finish. I'll try to give you time. Yes.
The thing is, the magnanimous statement that the opposition spokesperson giving on the TV channel is different from the ground reality. The only vision, they don't have any vision for the nation, development, growth, future, everything is coming from BJP. That's what the people understand.
Well, the public will ultimately decide.
The issue is their only vision is to remove BJP. That is not going to work.
Okay.
We have seen their failure in the parliament in no confidence motion.
Okay, let's not go to that debate. Not enough time for that. Let's not go that way. That's already done in the past. It is time, of course, for both of these alliances and blocs to look forward. But whose way is paved with greater danger and with greater number of roadblocks? Frankly, it does boil down to that as well. I thank all of our guests for joining us. But remember, we were mentioning the alliance troubles in Maharashtra as well. That headache is not going away, where both the MVA and the India bloc are feeling that they are in trouble, with repeated meetings between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar.